Welcome to the Don Bosco High School Marching Band Show for the Frontline Heroes. This afternoon, we welcome you to enjoy our salute to the usual superheroes that we are all familiar with, but we want to especially honor those people in the area that have worked in the medical field and have not only helped some of us in the community, but others throughout a wide area of Northeast Iowa through some pretty difficult times since March of this year. At the same time, we still want to salute all those people that continue to work in those dangerous jobs while this pandemic continues. To all the people that we have mentioned in past shows, all those that we have honored, we thank you for continuing to help us in whatever way you have been helping us. As always, we consider you and our honorees today our superheroes. Please do not ever feel that you will be forgotten. We will always remember what you have done for us and will continue to do for us during this pandemic. This country has been helped so much by those of you that just every day go about your daily job, not expecting any recognition at all. Remember, not all heroes wear capes. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Jacob Weber and Ryan McFadden is the Don Bosco Marching Band ready for their final exhibition this year. Don Bosco Marching Band, the field is yours for your marching band show entitled For the Frontline Heroes. That was the famous Superman opener by the popular writer composer John Williams. Now enjoy the popular superhero tune entitled The Avengers by Alan Silvestri. Today, we would like to honor three ladies that have worked tirelessly through this pandemic for the good of Black Hawk County and Northeast Iowa. Everyone, please help us honor Dr. Paula McFadden, Jean Weber, and Dr. Katie Baker. Our first honoree is Dr. Paula McFadden. Paula has been a physician anesthesiologist in Waterloo for 26 years. She majored in biology at Mount Mercy and did her medical school and residency at the University of Iowa. She has been married to Vince for 28 years, and they have 7 children: Shane, Megan, Colin, Aaron, Sean, Marissa, and Ryan, who is currently a junior at Don Bosco. The McFadden family has been involved with marching band and other school activities since 2005. Our second honoree is Jean Weber. Jean has been a neonatal intensive care unit nurse for 36 years, the first 8 years at the Phoenix, Arizona Children's Hospital, and the remaining 28 years at St. Luke's Hospital in Cedar Rapids. She graduated from the Allen School of Nursing and received her certificate in Registered Nurse Certification and Neonatal Intensive Care Nursing. She and her husband Joe have been married 34 years, and they have 4 children: Chris, Alex, Jenna, and Jacob, who is currently a senior at Don Bosco. Our third and final honoree is Dr. Katie Baker. Katie is a doctor in the emergency department at Allen Hospital in Waterloo. She graduated from the University of Northern Iowa and went to medical school at Des Moines University and then did her residency in Cleveland, Ohio. Katie is also the color guard instructor for the Don Bosco Marching Band. Don't blame her for us not having any color guard this year. This wasn't her fault. And she has been married 3 years to David Baker, who is a science teacher here at Don Bosco. All three ladies have worked diligently at their respective hospitals during this pandemic to do the best they could to help patients in need of their care. I'm sure that in the best of times, their jobs are demanding and stressful, let alone all these months of the pandemic. Thank you for taking the risks that you have every day without question to help those in need. We honor you, Paula, Jean, and Katie, for all that you have done for the medical profession to serve patients in need of your attention during these dangerous times. Presenting our honorees with their plaques are our drum majors and sons to two of the ladies, Jacob Weber and Ryan McFadden. Now boys, give your mother a hug and shake Katie's hand. Many songs have been written to honor the extraordinary hero, but few songs have been written specifically to honor the everyday superhero who, without fanfare, in many cases without any recognition at all, give of themselves to make our community, state, and country a safer and better place to live in without worry. We dedicate the following song, The Incredibles, by Michael Giacchino, to you with our deepest thanks. Also, our mural in the center of the field is dedicated to you with thanks by our own band designer, Juno Kerr. Juno has been doing our murals for, I believe, 4 or 5 years, and every year we put them up in the band hallway, and when visitors see these murals on the wall, they are amazed, I mean amazed, at the artistry of each and every one of them. A lot of the success of each of our shows is due to Juno's artwork that so skillfully portrays the theme of each of our shows. Thanks again, Juno, from the bottom of our hearts for all your hard work, not only this year, but in all the years you have been doing this for us. Since we have the time today and we are not under the gun clockwise like we are at football games, I would like to take some time to thank some people that if it weren't for their help year in and year out, our shows would simply not happen like I have them planned. First off, I would like to thank one of our alumni from the band that comes to every, and I mean every rehearsal, to help in any way needed, and to every game to help us with our shows. Zach Becker has been my right-hand man ever since he graduated, and if there's anyone that I can count on to be at the rehearsals and games to help with equipment and do odd jobs, it is Zach Becker. Thank you, Zach, for everything that you do for the band. The band and I really appreciate your help, not only this year, but in past years. The band and I would like to give you a virtual high five for all your help. 1, 2, 3. High five! Our sound technician, Bob Thurman, is one of those volunteers that always comes back year after year. Whether he really wants to or not, he does. Providing the sound for our shows is difficult enough, let alone having to work with a crazy director like me who always changes his mind on different ideas for the show. The band and I would like to give Bob a virtual high five for all his work this year and in past years. 1, 2, 3. Thank you! With a band our size, having a sound person is extremely important to the success of each show. Just wait until you hear what I have in mind for next year. Thanks again for everything. Now, two gentlemen that need our overwhelming thanks for always being ready to help with a very thankless job. Vince McFadden and Jake Nepper have been willing to take on the job of not only driving the equipment trailer, but the task of loading and unloading, loading and unloading, loading and unloading. Right, guys? Putting up with kids either cramming all the equipment into the trailer all at once where things can't be arranged, or having to load the trailer by themselves because the kids are standing around right outside the trailer talking to each other and are being completely oblivious that the trailer actually needs to be loaded. That takes a lot of patience for these two gentlemen. All I can say is here is a virtual high five from all of us for all you do, and we promise to help load the trailer after our show today and not stand around and watch you do it yourselves. Right, band? 1, 2, 3. Thank you! Last, but certainly in no way does this mean that this thank you holds any less weight just because it is last. I would like to thank all the parents for everything that you step up and do each and every year. Not just for marching band, but through the entire year. Especially around contest seasons, which hopefully we will be able to have this year, the end of winter and into spring. In particular, I would like to thank you for our marching seasons. Marching seasons take a special extra type of commitment from parents because there are so many extra jobs to do. Working with uniforms from sizing the kids and helping new students get them on properly, and showing the kids that yes, there is a crease in the pants before you put it on the hanger. Then the show itself, helping with equipment on and off the field, is a huge commitment. This year our show was designed a little differently for obvious reasons, so there was not that much equipment to get on and off the field. But some years there has been just about everything in the band room brought out to the field. It has taken every bit of 12 to 15 parents to pull these shows off, and we have actually done it. I will have to say that there are other small schools in the area that do not march or do not do a competitive show because they cannot get the assistance from their parents. I had one director tell me once when he saw our show, "You almost have as many parents helping you as you do kids in the band." I said, "Yep, that's my parents for you." Then I had another director tell me that she could not even get her school custodian to help her with equipment, let alone any parents. I have never had that problem, and I will tell you that is a director's dream come true. The kids and I would like to give you a virtual high five for all you do for us, and I am telling the kids that when they get home, they need to give each of the parents a big hug. Yes, guys, you have to hug your mom and shake your dad's hand. Thanks again for everything, parents.
1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Before the band comes off the field, I would like to thank them for a wonderful marching season. When this pandemic began and our spring competitions were canceled, I told the students, just wait until the marching season and we get to the marching season competitions. And then those competitions we looked so forward to were canceled. When that became a reality, we were disappointed beyond belief. After realizing that we should do a more community-related show, I could tell the students were a little less enthused, to put it mildly, because we do feed off of competition. But after adding some cool drill and initiating the honoring of certain deserving people, morale picked up to where last week I mentioned to the students that this show may turn out to be one of our best in several years. To me personally, the students in this band are my heroes. I would put this group of students up against any other group of students of the same number from any band in the area, and I mean that sincerely. Give me 18 students from any other band in the area, no matter what the class, and these students would definitely hold their own. These students have actually learned more music this fall season than in any recent years. This past week or two, I've given them more pieces, and they've learned it within no time at all. We decided at the last minute that we wanted to add drill to our third and final piece of music, and all I had to do was just plant the seed, so to speak, and 3 students, Jacob Weber, Ryan McFadden, and Abby Kopman, started talking about the drill possibilities at the beginning of a particular rehearsal a couple weeks ago. And by the end of that rehearsal, they not only had the drill figured out, but the band pretty much had it already learned. I'm not sure if it was the drought of being away from each other as a band for 5 months since the pandemic started, but we had the best band camp ever, and this marching season, even though shorter than others and without competitions, has turned out to be one of our best. Just wait until you hear my ideas for next year, kids. Let's hope you are just as willing to work as hard with that show. So let them know how proud we are of them when they come off the field. They have missed the applause this year that they usually get when they attend the competitions. When the band comes off the field, they will wind their way back onto the center of the field for their traditional Don Bosco band, Bring It In. A lot of you have seen this, but a lot of you haven't. You can experience it from the bleachers, or if you would prefer to come off the bleachers and join us on the field and listen to what happens during the entire process, please feel free to do so. It is pretty neat to hear the kids comment about their show. It is also pretty neat, since we are out on the field, to hear how loud 18 kids can be when they want to be. We would like to thank our medical personnel for everything they have done for everyone during this crisis, and one last shout out to the other honorees that we have celebrated this marching season. Once again, under the leadership of drum majors Jacob Weber and Ryan McFadden and their superhero assistants this 2020 marching season, Captain America Kaylee Kerr, Mrs. Incredible Callie Weber, and Superman himself, Joel Nepper, here is your Don Bosco High School Marching Band one more time.